Today we're back on Hydroneer and it is Hybridsteel. Now, in my previous video, live streams and all the stuff I've been doing, I've been slowly putting this compound together, trying to make it into, well, basically an evolutionary build. And today's task, if I've got enough coin on me, or tokens, sorry, is I need to build a roof. Now this just means that I need to actually bother. Putting the wall on was fine, but putting the roof on is going to be more of a git than anything else. Alright, I need a box. This means I need some of my money again, because I scrapped the box in my live stream because I didn't need it, and now we need to put the roof on. Sort of the look I was going for. I've just popped into the garden centre, Marjorie. It's a lovely place. They got all these lovely roofs. Then I'm going to need some more, and unfortunately, it's looking like I'm probably going to need a shed ton more. Quite literally on this side. I mean, this is the downside to building what I've built. Like, having to do an evolutionary build where you're doing it like $3 at a time, it does get expensive. Oh, yes! Get in there. Like, just take a second to go, oh my god. Basically, this is, I mean, this does go to show you how much, like, actually how much problem and everything this is all causing for everything. The thing is now, is I don't know if they're getting enough sunlight. Because obviously putting a roof on it, is that enough sunlight? Is it really going to be, should it really be like that? The only way to test it is to actually grow stuff on it. And the problem with it is the roof might actually be causing a problem with the blocking of light. It's just, now I'm sitting there going, is it really worth it? So the only way to test is to literally grow stuff on there. So I'm going to have to grow something and see if it works. Problem is I'm going to have to do this with, I can't do this like non-legitimately because it takes too long to grow stuff. It's a very, very strange situation I now find myself in, let's put it that way. Well, they grew, apart from this one. It might have done. Yeah, they did. So I don't know, it's weird, but I'll keep at it. So that's not stopping the sunlight come through then, so it might just be just because there's light. I don't know, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to argue. This game's a bit funny at times anyway, so it's just something you get used to. I don't know, you say that. It's really hard to get used to a game that doesn't behave itself sometimes. I can. Right, okay, I can technically give myself a refund. Technically. Alright, so it's not all wasted. Right, alright, so in order to build this roof properly, I'm going to have to do it like this. But I'm going to have loads left over. Now I know for sure that there is no way this game is going to let me do what I want to do. So I'm going to have to scrap bits of like roof. Now I'm wondering if I can put this all back in my box. I don't know if I can. I don't think you can. No, right. So I'm going to have to throw all my spare throw all my spare roof away. So it's like 40 each. So technically I can give myself a refund using the F7 mod. Okay, that's not too bad. I can build a roof from that. And I know people are going to be sitting there going, it's like, I don't care right now. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit funny, but different. I've not seen anybody else do this sort of design before, so I don't know, I could be onto something here. So one thing I want to try here first, I want to try like a corner section first before we do this. But then that's the plan. I mean, it might be alright. I don't know. I'm like doing that thing where your head goes up and so does the side of your neck. So I just need lots and lots of like normal panels. I don't know how many I can afford. I don't even know how much money I've got left. How much money have I got left? I've got 1,600. Alright, okay, so by the looks of it, I just don't have the money to do the roof, which I'm going to be honest is completely annoying because I thought I had enough. So I reckon it's going to cost me another like 3 to 6, maybe even 9,000 just to do this. And look at all these parts I've got to put on as well. This is where it's going to get expensive, just customizing. You know what I want? I actually want, like, I want a floor for the greenhouse like this, but I want it glass, so I could like, so I can make a glass house, so I could trap myself in a glass cage of emotion at this point. It's really annoying. Really, it's just, I'm gonna have to cut myself short, aren't I? Right, okay, so let's come up with a plan. I need my greenhouse to be finished. The walls are different prices. I think I'm going to have to go on a bit of a grind. I really do, because I don't think I'm going to have enough. Genuinely, I haven't got enough money to do the roof as it is right now. So I'm going to have to grind some more money. It just means I've got about a week's worth of work in front of me. Or, well, I don't know, a while, let's put it that way. Alright, okay, so this is the plan then. I'm going to go off. I'm going to spend a couple of days building the rest of this roof, earning the money, because the money is going to be a pain, because I've got to go and do loads and loads of soup now. And if it takes me 3 hours to get 3 grand, I need to play the game for like 12 hours to get enough money for this, because it's going to cost quite a bit of cash. So, on that note, guys, I will be right back here. The next scene you will see is me magically with a greenhouse in front of you. It's about a week's worth of grind, I reckon. Anyways, see you in a sec. I need one of those little cue cards that says 4 hours later, or that sort of thing, but I need it to say like 12 hours later. And the reason why is because this took 12 hours. I've finally finished the greenhouse. 12 hours worth of going backwards and forwards with my poxy cart and poxy flying hat and poxy people ordering one bloody tomato soup. I'm going to be honest. If you're grinding out a greenhouse, you have earned my respect playing this game. Alright, so I left you with like I needed to do a few bits and pieces. And I'm going to be honest, yes, doing those few bits and pieces was okay. But it took so freaking long. I needed around 9 grand to do this. So it took between 9 and 12 hours because I don't get to play for like straight hours. I have kids, I have a life, and things get in the way. You know, when you get older, social life and obligations come into mind. You have to do stuff. So I spent about 12 grand. I've spent about 12 hours, about 9,000 tokens in all, building up all the walls and finishing that off, and then having to build this extension over here because I thought I can't just leave it bare. It has to be covered. So I covered it, and that's fine. And then obviously all this stuff is just wood anyway, so that I spawned all that crap in because there was no point in going to the shop with 11 million quid and just like, I need 4 bits of wood. So I did the wood, I did the roof, I enclosed this. It actually gives it a little bit more character as well. It's nice to have a little bit of cover, especially with global warming and heat getting in. You know, we're in a greenhouse, it gets bloody hot in here. I need a bit of shade. So I did put the cable in, so actually it's got a little bit of light in here as well. So even if I did turn on the daytime cycle, which I won't, well, the nighttime cycle, which I won't, I've put lights in here just in case. So now all of my buildings are lit up apart from this bit over here. I just haven't done anything with this, and I probably won't. I can't be bothered. It's too much effort. But there we go. I've finally finished my greenhouse, and I'm not going to do anything else with it. I'm pretty much done. And you know, I mean, during the time of like doing live streams and stuff, I probably will do like, you know, a few bits of greenhousing and everything else, but I'm not really in any rush to. I'm literally, you know, I'm done with the greenhouse now. I'm done with the farming update. I can go back to doing all the mining stuff. Now the cables I couldn't sit perfectly straight because they don't sit perfectly straight. Well, they do, but they're not on a different grid. You can't shuffle grids. Because if I could, I would have buried the cables in the joins of the greenhouse, and then I would have put the lights in there just to make it look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. But I can't do that apparently, so it's all good. So, what does this leave me with? What am I going to be doing with my time now? Where is Hydroneer going to take me? Well, it depends on what I'm really doing. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, well, I'm going to be fiddling around with things. Like, I'm just going to be doing bits and pieces to make it look a bit more of an ornate build. And I'm doing the same with my houses and my garages and everything else. I know I've got to build the garage for my other things over here as well. So I've got to build like a little car park for these. It'll probably actually be here. Plus I'm doing the build anywhere mod, as I can sync it all into here and build like a little carpool for these guys. And then when it comes to my mine and everything else, that's literally where I'm going to be going now. I'm going to be doing all this sort of aesthetic build. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that. If you are, let me know in the comment section below. It'll just be little things like today I'm going to be focusing on making things look a bit more nicer, or today I'm going to be building my T2 setup and all that stuff, because I've still got all this down here to play with. I've still got to bring in the water supply. I've got to bring in all of this stuff, and then like at some point tier 3 is going to be a thing. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to fill up the bottom here with tier 2, So all this runs on, well, how did a carrot get down here? That fell through like 3 levels. Fair play. Okay, so what I wanted to do down here is I wanted to fill up everything from this point that way into tier 2. So even with the conveyors going up the walls, that's using the RTY mod. And then through here, down there is tier 3. That's where I wanted to build my staircase for tier 3. So you sort of get the idea of the plan of where I was going to put stuff. And I was going to do it so you come down here, you turn right, and then you go down another set of stairs and you're in tier 3. And I don't know how big tier 3 is going to be. I know it's coming because Max has spoken about it. Or what I could do is I could hammer through this wall, because this is the wall. Actually, can I hit this wall? I don't think I can. I think we're actually on that like slope down. I may do separate videos for these. I may do them in live streams, and I'm going to be using mods to do this because like building all this down here is a righteous annoyance, if I'm going to be honest. When it comes to building out all the conveyor belts and filling up all the tanks and everything, I'm going to be modding that because I can't be bothered to do it all myself. But my main earner is literally everything you see up on tier 1. Tier 1 is, I mean, you don't even have to do a lot. Once you've got like 40 drills like I've got here, you don't have to really worry about money. You just let it play and it's all good. So I'm very tempted just to keep that as it is, and that's fine. The water supply runs through the conveyor belts and down, so I don't think I've run a spare pipe underground. I think my piping comes from there. I don't even know what's behind this wall. Oh, I did. Okay. Where do you go then? Oh, I channeled it in under there. Right. I gotta find that channel because I've buried everything really, really well. How did I do this? I think the worst part is when you can confuse yourself with your own build and you're like, I don't know what I actually did. Oh, it's that one. Right, I gotcha. Now I know where the pressure is. So that's the pressure. That's the pipe down to go into tier 2. That's fine. So I could put a stopcock down there and be happy. And when I say a stopcock, I mean a valve. You know, well, most people see it as a valve. I still call it a stopcock because I'm old. But yeah, so if we put like a valve here, then the water won't supply through here. That's fine. Water does go up through these pipes and up through there though. So I'll think of how to do that next. And then I've got to try and figure out a way of getting like tier 3 up here as well. And I might have to employ this this method of going up the wall vertically using the RTY mod, because I could just build it up to here and then bring it onto this conveyor belt and then up it goes. It's going to take ages to get the water really supplied down here though, and this pipe's modded in, so I'm going to have to work on how to like connect this as well. Just all these little things, and it's just loads and loads of bits. So as time goes on, yeah, I want to be doing extra content for Hydroneer, but I just want to be doing like, you know, I've taken the time out, I'm going to start building this, that and the other. But at the moment, I'm just sort of happy I've got my greenhouse finished. I don't have to do this anymore, that's fine. But it looks cool. And then from the air, if I can go up in the air, I mean, you know, I mean, the footprint's pretty cool. I like it so far. And as a compound, it does look pretty nice. So my next little plan, as I said, I've got loads of little things I really want to be doing. Down the front here, I want to do like an open farm shop thing, you know, for more of an aesthetic build, so people go, oh, look at this. One thing I was going to try and do is I was going to try and put like a row of LEDs into the side of the driveway. I'm not sure how that's going to go, so that'll just be something I'm going to faff around with. I did want to build a secondary part of a driveway just to come out to here and then bomb it down there to the carpool, so they've actually got a drive. And then the rest of it, I don't really know what I'm doing. It's going to be like just one of those big sort of like open things. At some point it'll be filled up, but I don't know what with. And I've just got to be careful. But I mean, yeah, I'm all good now. I built my house, got my garage, got my blacksmith house, got my my greenhouse, and I got my mine. And this build is really coming together, and it's just nice just to be able to sort of like tie it all through and wibble through this land and actually sort of make things look a bit cool. And for the record, I don't have any more tokens left. I had like 4 left and then I disappeared them. There was no point in keeping 4. I'll just, if I need to do it again, I'll just go out and earn more. It's fine. But I think for now, I've done enough farming, and I hate soup. Like, genuinely, I despise soup. If I have to see a tin of tomato soup, I'm going to have to go down like I'm going to have to go supermarket shopping with literally blinkers on. I don't want to look at soup anymore. Yeah, farming update. It's fun for a bit, but once you get to a point where you've ground out literally your entire greenhouse and all your stuff, my God, does it grind on you. So I'm going to take about a week off. I'm not going to do any more Hydroneer content for a little bit, unless it's just tinkering, like putting little wood beams in to make things look nice. But I can't be bothered to play this right now, and I'm going to go and have like time off from Hydroneer. I'm going to play some other games. So if you have enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, thank you very much for coming by. This has been Hybridsteel. This has been my greenhouse, and now I'm going to go and spill soup in an aisle and probably get arrested for it. I'll catch you later. Bye bye for now.